Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 20th of June 2025 and this is Flosstube number 100. I can't believe I've got to 100 Flosstubes. When I first started this 4 years ago, just over 4 years ago, I didn't know whether I'd carry on or not, and here we are 4 years later. I think it's 4. I'm sure it's 4. I think I said 4 in my a few Flosstubes ago. Anyway, a very warm welcome, whether you are a new or a returning viewer. It is lovely to have you here as always. If you are new and you do like what you see, please do consider hitting the subscribe button and also liking any of my videos that you may watch. So I've got a little bit to show you today. I have finally sorted my 4th anniversary, if it is my 4th anniversary, giveaway. It's nothing massive, but hopefully you will like it and enter. So I'll do that later on. I did have 2 frame pieces that I should have shown you last time, but I totally forgot about them. I have since hung them on the wall. One's on my landing, one's in my bedroom. The one on the landing is high up, so I've left it where it is, so you're not going to see that one. If you're on Instagram, you will have seen them. So I will show you the one that I could easily get to get down. So this one is oh dear, Loose Feathers, Summer, Autumn, Winter by Blackbird Designs. So I've just framed it. This was a frame that I found in a cupboard. In fact, I found a few like this. You will have seen this one before, one like this before, when we were clearing my husband's auntie's house out. And I thought, oh, they might just come in handy. So what I've done is I've just added a little bit of trim to the top and the bottom. And I'm really, really pleased with that. I love it. So if you haven't been here with me before, this is stitched 1/1 on 25 count Nougat from Zweigart, and it's stitched in the DMC conversion from the charts. So I shall put that back up when I've finished. Right, so what else have I been up to? I don't have any finishes. I do have an almost finish. I can't actually remember whether I had started this piece last time. I should have looked, or whether I was going to start it. I think I'd started it. But anyway, it is Cottage Garden Samplings Peacock Pincushion, and I bought this from Coffee Craft Fabrics, and Megan had hand dyed the fabric to go with it. I think this was last year. Did it come out last year? Yes. So I am using the 32 count fabric that Megan dyed. I'm using the DMC threads and the 1 Weeks Dye Works, which is Deep Sea. I wasn't going to bother. I was just going to use a DMC alternative, and then I thought, no, I will get the Deep Sea. Last year I bought it. So get this the right way around. Yes, I had started this last time. I do remember showing it as started. And that is where I've got to. And I just love this. I think it is just so pretty. I did have a few problems with it when I was stitching on it on Wednesday night. I thought I'd made a mistake. I was counting and better counting the rows from the bottom to here, and everything looked right. So what I'd done, I'd come up here, and then I was going to go back down here to meet this bit that I'd already stitched. So in the end, I pulled a bit out from up here and started from this end, and it just went right. So what on earth I was doing, I really do not know. But anyway, he's looking absolutely splendid. So that's Peacock Pinkeep. You really do have to keep your eye on the ball stitching that one. You really, really do. And so then these are in no particular order. It's just how I've put them there on my chair. And then this one is Stacy Nash Primitives, Rose Cottage Sampler Pinkeep. I always have to look because I want to call it something else. I want to add words in. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to stitch this bottom piece here. And then I just thought it's going to look better with it. So I have made a start. I don't know whether I will stitch the lighter shades in the alphabet and everything up here, the numbers, because I don't know whether it's going to show up very well on my fabric. So this is charted for DMC, and I am using the DMC. And this is, where's that come from? I will sort that out in a minute. So this is, I always get these mixed up. This is the November 2024 Fabric of the Month by Fabrics by Crafti Kate. And it never shows up very well on my camera. It is not, it's like I'll call it maybe a lavendery lilac-y, a lightish lavender lilac-y colour. And there we it. So as you can see, I've started on the birds across the bottom. Well, I've nearly done the birds across the bottom, to be fair. And then I shall just fill this in around, and then I can go up and make a start on the lettering. Still haven't quite made my mind up how I'm going to personalise it. I am thinking of putting in my paternal grandma and her 3 siblings. And their parents' initials at the top. But I shall see when I get to it. I shall do everything else around it and then decide last, probably. Right, next up. I don't actually know why I've got my punch needle and primitive stitcher winter magazine in there, and I don't know why I keep it in there, because it's not as though I don't have enough project bags, to be fair, but anyway. So I am stitching bottom box from In Friendship's Way by Blackbird Designs, and I'm using the DMC conversion. There is an error in this, so do check. I was going to put the link, wasn't I, last time, and I totally forgot. So those are the DMC. Sorry, I am showing the back of the thread cards. Let me show the right the right way, because the lovely Charlie Feathers ones that I bought a while ago. So I'm stitching this on 32 count platinum, and I think, I'm not entirely sure, I think I might have messed up. I don't remember. I thought I started stitching it one thread over two, but I don't know whether I was getting confused with something else I was stitching, so I'm stitching it one thread over two, regardless if I didn't start it like that tough. So that is where I am up to. And this brickwork is, well, it's the mortar, isn't it? You don't put mortar in, do you, first? But anyway, I have done. So yeah, it's quite good to do once you get into a rhythm. I did have to unpick a bit because I'd messed up on this side a little bit, but anyway, clearly wasn't concentrating. But yeah, it's really looking good. I mean, to be fair, once the house is done, it should go relatively, well, I say relatively quickly. How many stitches say, oh, that won't take long. And then it just takes forever. But we just enjoy the journey, don't we? I am very much enjoying that. And it's weird how I said I was going to have a break from Blackbirds, and then it wasn't a very long break, was it? And then my next whiff, well, it is almost a finish. I had planned just to sit for a little while one afternoon and finish it, but I haven't. I've been quite busy this week, really. So I am stitching the September sheep from the sheep calendar by Lotus Stitching. And this is a Sal hashtag Stitch Sheep for 2025 that's my lovely friend Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, and I are hosting. And I forgot to say, actually, the button box I'm stitching on a Saturday night with my dear friend Lainey Main on Instagram. So these are stitched in DMC. I'm doing them all individually. I have actually messed up because I got out. Which one? No, I can't find it. That one. I pulled out 975, and it shouldn't have been 975, it should have been 976. So there's no wonder some of the colours, some of the things don't look right. And I swapped out for something else. So this is September, stitching them all on 32 count raw opalescent by Zweigart. And as you can see, all I've got left is just that little bit of border. That should have been done. I should have just made time to get that done. So I shall finish that tonight and make a start on October. And I still haven't got a July one mounted, ready to display on the calendar. So I really do need to get that done, don't I? Because July is coming very, very quickly. Far too quickly for my liking. Excuse me while I just grab a drink. It has been extremely hot here, and I know you're probably going to laugh. People who live in America will probably laugh at that, but we are just not used to these silly temperatures. And I don't do heat very well, so it's not been pleasant. So my next whip is Yasmin's Made with Love, Never Forget. And I won this from a giveaway on Yaz's Flosstube. So I am using DMC, and then Yaz very kindly included 4 Tom and Lily threads. So there are some Tom and Lily used, and these are really lovely to stitch with. So this is used in the birds, and I did think about fussy cutting it and just using the blue, but then I decided no, I'm just going to use it as is, because as you can see on there, the birds are quite bluey. So I'm stitching this on 36 count pearl grey, looming from Zweigart. And here is where I am. So as you can see, I've got one bird done. That bird took a lot of stitching. I've been stitching it on a Tuesday and a Thursday for the past few weeks since I finished Cabin in the Woods, which I still haven't found a frame for, but I haven't looked. I need to get looking. So yeah, I finished that bird last night. I just need to do the legs, the back stitch for the legs. So I just thought I'll do a little bit more on the border. I've started this bit up here, so I've just gone down there with the border. So loving this. You can't quite see the little boxes there where the year and the initials go, but they don't show up particularly well on my fabric, which is why I'm probably going to use a different thread for a different coloured thread for the wording in the middle, because I just don't think it's going to show up. And then my absolute favourite whip, who would believe it, is the Pilgrim by Long Dog Samplers. Oops, sorry. And I am using the hashtags My First Long Dog Sal, which is a sal hosted by Amanda, Alba Stitcher, and Let's Get the Dogs Out Sal, which was started by lovely Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, for her 60th birthday, and also Long Dog Sampler Sunday, which is hosted by Hannah, Mrs. Hannah Wollstonehome, and Cheryl Cross Stitch Crazy, who is on Instagram. So I'm not using any fancy colours for mine. I'm just using a black, a white, and Carrie's Creations Old Wild Red for the wording. And this is on a 20 count Balana. It didn't have a colour, it was just a number set. I think it's like an off-white. And I have finished page 8 and made a start on page 9, which I think Had I started page 9 last time? I think I had. So there we go. Absolutely love it. It's just, I don't know, you just see something new every time. Something that you may not have spotted on the model on the front. I just love it. Really, really enjoying it. As I said last time, I would like to get it finished. My aim is to get it finished for the end of the year. Whether I will, I don't know. If I do, it'll be a bonus. If I don't, it's not a problem. I'll just carry on with it next year. Right, final whip. Oops. Is Birdie's Crossing. Never forget. Never forget. That's not Birdie's Crossing, that's Yaz's. No More Sampler version 2. Starts with an N. So for this one, I'll just give you a glance at the threads that I'm using. So these are Victorian motto threads. I bought a pack of varying shades, sort of reddy, browny stuff. So those are the threads that I'm using. I think that's the only 4. Yeah, because that's a duplicate, unless I've left some in the bag. But I think those are the ones. And I'm stitching it on the 20 count Bolana that I'm using for the Pilgrim. I haven't done a massive amount since you last saw it. It's supposed to be my thread a day, but I've not done a thread a day. And there we are. So it's not going too badly at all. And as I said last time, I am going to move some bits about at the bottom. I maybe should have been doing it earlier, but anyway, I'll give it a go. Hopefully it will work. Really pleased with that. Like how it's looking. And there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm using the colours. I'm just... If one motif is done in a particular colour, I've marked it on the chart, and then I will do the same motif in that colour. Oh, never mind. I'll do that after. So, as I said last time, Elaine and I are going to start Jeanette Douglas Designs Chubby You tomorrow, longest day. I have kitted it. I've picked out some of the hand dyes that I still have. They're still on the cards. Fairly well. Some of them are new, some of them aren't. Just some that I thought would work, because I fancied using the hand dyes. I don't buy hand dyes anymore. I'm just using what's there. So yeah, we're going to start that tomorrow. Haven't got it out to show. I'll just show it next time when I've made a start. So if anybody wants to join in, if you've got the chart or you haven't got the chart and you're going to order it, I know there is somebody going to join us, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember who you are. I should have made a note. I haven't made notes actually. All I've got here is Flosstube 100, giveaway fabric, and the word to use. I've been terrible this last 2 times doing that. So we'll go on to the giveaway. So I am giving away, this was sent to me in a package by one of my viewers quite a while ago, and she said to me, either keep it or give it away, it's entirely up to you. So I've kept it for a while thinking I might use it, but I'm not going to, because the whole piece needs using really. It would be a shame to cut it up. So this is Chromatic Alchemy. It's July 16th Rainbow exclusive. It is a 32 count Belfast, and it's 18 by 26. So this is UK only. I do apologise, but just sending overseas I'm just not going to do it. So usual things, don't use the word giveaway, contest, free, anything like that, because we don't want the bots getting in on the act, or people who don't stitch. You must be over 18 so that I can have ask for your address, and as I say, UK only. And if you would like to win this, please use the word rainbow. That's all one word, RAINBOW. So you can make a sentence out of it or just put the word rainbow. I don't really mind. So if you would like to win that, use the word rainbow. I shall just put that back. So I think that's everything for my stitching. I will just do a life update. So I am feeling a lot better than I was, which is good. I think the last time the doctor had given me some strong decongestants which hadn't agreed with me. I had quite a few of the side effects, so he put me on a nasal spray instead, so I've been using that. The combination of the beta histines, well, I don't know really, maybe the combination of the beta histines and that have helped. I don't feel 100%, but I do feel like I'm getting there. I've been out a lot more. Some days I don't feel great, some days I feel absolutely brilliant. So I think I'm just going to go back and just have a chat with him and see what he thinks. I don't want to stop taking the beta histines just yet, because I'm quite scared that once I stop them, everything will come back again. I've been doing some exercises as well well, one of them I've been told about before, the other two I hadn't. I found that online, to do with the eustachian tube dysfunction that he thinks I have. So I've been doing those 3 times a day if I can. If I'm out, then they don't get done 3 times a day, which I've been out quite a bit just lately. So yeah, hopefully it's on the mend. I'm on the mend, hopefully. I'm not counting my chickens before they're hatched. That's a British saying, by the way, just in case you're wondering, if you're not in the UK. So, and last time I had an appointment about what the doctor thinks is a basal cell carcinoma on my ear. So I had that appointment. The consultant doesn't think it's cancer, which after 10 months of thinking you've got cancer, obviously it can't be 100%, but he doesn't think it is, which was a considerable relief. He's going to take it, he's going to remove it anyway. He did say to me, I can do a biopsy if you want first. And I said, look, if you're going to take it out, then fine. We'll do that, rather than, messing about, waiting for the results of a biopsy and then getting it taken out. They might as well just take it, do a biopsy, and then it's done. So they're going to have to remove some cartilage as well, which will mean that they won't be able to stitch it. So I will have to have a skin graft. And after all that time waiting, I am, fingers crossed, providing it doesn't get cancelled, I'm going in on the 10th of July to get it done. Be under local anaesthetic, so I will have less recovery time. So basically, I'm in at 1. I probably have to sit and wait and get stressed for God knows how long. But anyway, at least I can get it over with. So yeah, at least I'm hopefully getting it done fairly quickly, as I say, providing they don't cancel it. So we've been out quite a bit. We've done, you'll have heard me talk about it before, the Bridlington Animal and Birds of Prey Park. We went there. We went to Top Hill Low, which you've heard me mention before, a nature reserve. There was a medieval reenactment at one of the nearby villages. We went to that. We've been to the Deep yesterday. We went to Filey Bird and Animal Park on Tuesday. That was quite chilly, actually, after the really hot temps we've had. It was nice. It was really nice just to not be sweating so much. And Monday we had to go into Hull because Abby's car has developed a fault. She only got it last October, so I'm not impressed. I know these things happen. Luckily she took out a warranty, which as far as we can see covers everything apart from anything that's wear and tear. Well, this definitely isn't wear and tear. So it has to go to a main dealer because the part needs to be programmed to the car, and only main dealers can do it. So we decided rather than take two cars, we would just go in Hares. There's a park and ride just across the road from the garage, so we got the park and ride into the city centre, had a look around the shops, had something to eat, and then went back to pick her car up. So she's just waiting to hear from them to see if it'll be done under warranty and when it goes in to get it done. She doesn't like driving in Hull. Can't blame her. It's bloody awful. I won't drive in Hull. It is an absolute nightmare. Yeah, so we've been quite busy. So I think apparently it is going to be very hot over the weekend. So I think I am just going to sit and vegetate with my stitching and try and keep cool. Yeah, we also had a funeral to go to last Friday. My uncle passed away a couple of weeks ago. Not one of my mum's siblings. This is my mum's sister's husband. He'd been ill for quite a while. Been in a care home for a couple of years. He had dementia. So yeah, that was. It was a lovely service. One of my old teachers, which is always weird seeing an old teacher. Yeah, he did the service, and he's quite funny. So it's never sort of a miserable service, if I can say. I know it sounds really weird, doesn't it, but sometimes you just like something that's a little bit uplifting, a celebration of life rather than, and that certainly was. So yeah, so I think that is it. I won't bother you anymore. I'm going to go. I'm going to have a tidy up, and I will hopefully see you in a couple of weeks. Because that will be, yeah, it'll be just the week before I go to have this thing taken off my ear. He did say what he thought it was, but I cannot remember what the name was. Yeah, so I will see. I don't know whether I'll go back to my Wednesdays or whether I'll just stick with doing it whatever day I can fit it in, really. Well, not fit it in, because we haven't been as busy as we've been this past couple of weeks. So, and I'm waffling now, so I'm going to go. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, for your comments. I do reply to everyone, and this is what I like about being a slightly smaller channel. I know I have however many, I don't know how many subscribers I have, but it's just nice to be slightly smaller channel because I can then reply to everybody who leaves me a comment. Yeah, so thank you so much, and thank you for all the lovely comments about my health as well. I do truly appreciate each and every one of you. Those of you who have been with me from the beginning, those of you who might have come in recently. Yeah, and I am going now because, yeah, waffling again. See you in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody. Stay safe and enjoy every single stitch. Bye.